can't really see my number. I think I can. I'll see it when it changes. I'd like to call the meeting to order. Please stand for the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Thank you. Please call the roll.
Trustee Khan?
Here.
Trustee Minks?
Here.
Trustee Sheba?
Here.
Trustee Phil?
Here.
Trustee Travis?
Here.
Trustee White?
Here.
All present, Your Honor.
Can I get an approval of the minutes of our regular meeting from August 12th, 2025?
I'll make the motion to approve the regular meeting minutes of August 12th, 2025.
Motion made by Trustee Mink, seconded by Trustee Travis. All in favor?
Aye.
And can I get an approval of our closed meeting minutes of May 13th, 2025?
I'll also make the motion for the closed meeting minutes of May 13th, 2025.
Second.
Motion made by Trustee Mink, seconded by Trustee Travis. All in favor?
Aye.
Any special reports? No public hearings? No plan commission reports? And are there any residents' comments on the agenda items only? Hearing none, I'll get to my president's report. Some exciting stuff to announce tonight. First, I would like to discuss Resolution 25-66, authorizing the installation of temporary street signs in the 5600 block of Church Street in Morton Grove to honor Dorothy Williams. Whereas the Village of Morton Grove, located in Cook County, is a home rule unit of government under the provisions of Article 7 of Constitution of the State of Illinois, can exercise any power and perform any function pertaining to its government affairs, including but not limited to power to tax and incur debt. And whereas the village has established a policy and a process for the application, approval, and installation of temporary street signs to honor Morton Grove residents or employees who have made significant contribution to the village, and whereas Kathy Reichert of 9109 Belafort Avenue, Morton Grove, Illinois, made a proper application to honor Dorothy Williams with the installation of 2 honorary street signs on the 5600 block of Church Street in Morton Grove. And whereas the application was approved by at least 65% of the households along the 5600 block of Church Street, and whereas Dorothy Williams lived in the same home at Church Street and Parkside Avenue for 70 years until her death in 2024. And whereas Dorothy Williams raised 6 children in Morton Grove while also working at Schwartz Paper Company and being an active choir member at St. Martha's Catholic Church. And whereas Dorothy Williams' home was central to family gatherings and celebrations, her legacy with her family in Morton Grove continues with her 6 children, 15 grandchildren, and 15 great-grandchildren, with many still residing and tied to Morton Grove. And whereas the village board has determined that it is fitting and proper that in honor of Dorothy Williams, with 2 honorary street signs in her honor, should be installed on the 5600 block of Church Street for a period of 12 months, now therefore be it resolved by the President and Board of Trustees of the Village of Morton Grove, Cook County, Illinois, as follows. Section 1, the corporate authorities do hereby incorporate the foregoing whereas clauses into this resolution as thoughtfully set forth herein, thereby making and findings, and herein set forth. Section 2, the corporate authorities of the village hereby authorizes and directs the Public Works Director or his designee to fabricate and install 2 temporary signs on the existing street sign or sign poles located at 5600 block of Church Street to honor Dorothy Williams. The signs shall read Dorothy Williams Way. Within 12 months after the signs are installed, they shall be removed and given to the applicants. Nothing in this resolution can be construed to change the official name or legal status of the street, and this resolution shall be in full force to effect after its passage, approval, and publication as provided by law. So first, can I get a motion to approve Resolution 25-66?
I'll make the motion to approve the resolution.
Second.
Motion made by Trustee Travis, seconded by Trustee Sheba. Any questions or comments?
I've spent a lot of good years playing in that house, so I'm happy to do it.
Can you call the vote?
Trustee Khan?
Aye.
Trustee Minks?
Aye.
Trustee Sheba?
Aye.
Trustee Phil?
Aye.
Trustee Travis?
Aye.
Trustee White?
Aye.
Resolution 25-66 passes 6-0, Your Honor.
And would the family like to join me at the podium? That you walk for in honor of your mom, your grandmother, your great-grandmother. This is wonderful. Congratulations to everybody.
Thank you. Yeah, stay together and take your picture.
Thank you.
And don't feel like you need to stay for the rest, but actually, this next part is very exciting. So, I am immensely proud to announce that the Morton Grove Police Department has been named the 2025 Destination Zero National Winner for General Officer Safety. Destination Zero, an initiative of the National Law Enforcement Officers Memorial Fund, is designed to help agencies improve the health and safety of law enforcement officers across the country, from agent to correctional officer, from trooper to patrolman, from sheriff to constable. Destination Zero is searching for programs that benefit all. The primary goal of the Destination Zero program is to create a platform that provides all U.S. law enforcement agencies with the ability to research successful and/or promising officer safety and wellness programs and identify the resources necessary to begin their own risk management initiatives. Our department was selected as the top winner for the entire United States out of every law enforcement body, going up against far larger departments with far larger budgets, and demonstrates our staff's dedication and professionalism. This achievement reflects years of intentional work by our officers to strengthen safety and wellness practices, and it speaks to the remarkable culture of professionalism and respect within the department. I have always believed we have the best department in the nation, and this award affirms that belief and shines a national spotlight on the incredible men and women who serve and protect Morton Grove every day. Congratulations, Chief, and all the police officers. This is absolutely amazing. And I invite Chief Weitzel up to the podium to give us a little more detail, please.
Good evening. Most everyone in this room knows me. My name is Mike Weitzel. I've had the good fortune to be a police officer with the Morton Grove Police Department for 25 years now. In that time, I've met some of the most giving and dedicated people one could hope to work with. There were some pretty great people here when I started. I've run into police officers from across the country. There are tremendous law enforcement officers serving across this country. There are none better than the sworn officers who have a propensity to sit in the back of the room and the civilian members of our agency. There are absolutely none. So specifically on the topic of Destination Zero, we learned about this program in 2022. So this is 3 years in the making. As you could surmise from the name Destination Zero, it has a simple intent: drive officer injuries and deaths down to zero. It's an admirable goal. Our intent when we started assessing this program was not to win this, was not to obtain any recognition. It was to look at our own processes and make sure there wasn't something we could be doing better. And that's what we did. Our goal is to make sure we do everything possible so our officers, our sergeants, our commanders, our civilian personnel finish their careers as healthy, physically and mentally, as they walk in our door, if not better. In that assessment, we looked pretty closely, and we weren't too surprised, but we did find that we had already started many of the same initiatives that the best agencies in the country were already doing. So we set goals for ourselves to keep pushing those efforts forwards until we could count ourselves among the best of law enforcement agencies in the country. I do want to pause and take a moment to remember. This always happens to me up here. Sergeant Jason Rago. He was one of the first to work on this project for us. He died of cancer, but he would be very happy right now. So anyhow, moving on to happier stuff. This award does not belong to any one person. It belongs to every copper out there who thinks of something on a daily basis to help us carry our mission forward of giving everybody in this community a sense of safety and security. Those folks sitting in the back of the room, like Dan, DT instructors like Dan Dom, FTOs like Mike Schramm, who's handling the crash on Gulf Road right now, Lindsay LaPaglia, who volunteers to serve on our safety committee. Our civilians help out as well. Dennis Johnson, our deputy chief back there, who shows up here every single day trying to make this place better. And if I had our personnel list, I could go down it and list some way that everybody has helped out with this. So, all right, the Jason Rago thing still's got me going. So, but I do have to make one special mention. Mike Johansson, the gentleman standing in the back, he took over our safety committee a year ago, something like a year ago. And one of the things we tasked him with was finally taking all of our work and putting it forth in this competition. And so without him, all the great work that we do over there wouldn't have this spotlight shown on it right now. So some really important part of this. So, and then there's, of course, the great supportive community that we work in and generations of great civilian leadership. Our mayor, Whitco, this great board, our village administrator, Chuck Meyer. But I would be remiss if I didn't thank our former mayor, Dan DiMaria, who supported us for a decade, as well as our former chief, Mike Simon, for trusting me with some initiatives that really pushed the envelope, but he trusted me to put them forth to support this effort. So this is not any sort of finish line. It is just a comment on where we're at. We are going to keep striving every day to make this a better place for our people so they can discharge their mission of making everybody in this village safe. So thanks for the time.
Thank you for all you do. Thank you for the hard work. We are so proud. That was awesome. All right, now on to the boring stuff. Well, this is not boring. I apologize. Dempster Street Corridor Plan, not boring at all. We want to hear your feedback. It's still out there, theplandempster.org. Please join it. Give us your opinions, and we're moving that along. As always, I want to shout out that we need some volunteers for our Special Events Commission. You can email administration@mortongrovil.org if you have some time, some interest in getting involved and having fun. And then I also want to talk about, we had a very busy weekend. This weekend, our village was full of remarkable events that I had the pleasure of speaking at, and I would like to publicly thank the organizers. I was honored to join the opening of the 7th Annual Assyrian Food Festival. This wonderful tradition continues to showcase the richness of Assyrian culture and the vibrant community we are so proud to have in our village. The outstanding food, dancing, and warmth of the people are not to be missed. Thanks to Trustees Travis and Sheba for joining me, and thanks to our Assyrian community for sharing your culture and traditions with us all. I was proud to celebrate the independence of the United States and India at the Celebration of Democracies along with Trustees Minks, Thill, and Travis. Thank you to the Foundation for India and Indian Diaspora Studies and at the International Servant Leaders Museum for hosting this important reminder of our shared commitment to democracy. The United States and India stand as reminders that democracy thrives when citizens engage, participate, and lead with purpose. And I was honored to join Trustees Khan, Minks, Thill, and Travis, and Clerk Hartford, as well as Chuck Meyer, in attending the Unity Islamic Center's annual Unity Fest at their facility at Austin and Lake. They provided a welcoming community block party that demonstrated Morton Grove's motto of being incredibly close and amazingly open. We were also provided a tour of their prayer and learning areas, while also being treated to delicious food. Thank you to the entire team at the Unity Islamic Center for hosting us and for this event. And with that, that is the end of my report. Clerk's report?
Thank you, Your Honor. Tonight I have Resolution 25-64 to present. It's to authorize the destruction of audio recordings of closed meetings occurring before February 25th, 2024. Pursuant of the Illinois Open Meetings Act, the village has approved written minutes, and maintains audio taped recordings of all the meetings of the village board and trustees that are closed to the public. The act allows the village to destroy the audio recordings of the meetings which have approved written minutes and are over 18 months old. The president and the board of trustees have reviewed all of the minutes of the closed meetings and have determined that all closed meetings are not previously released to the public should remain confidential, and in its best interest of the village to destroy the audio tape recordings of those closed meetings occurring prior to February 25th, 2024. The resolution authorizes the destruction of all recordings of closed meetings occurring prior to February 25th, 2024. And this resolution would need a motion.
Can I get a motion?
I move to accept Resolution 2564.
Second.
Motion made by trustee Thill, seconded by trustee Minks. Any questions or comments? Hearing none, please call the vote.
Trustee Minks?
Aye.
Trustee Sheba? Trustee Thill?
Aye.
Trustee Travis? Trustee White?
Aye.
Trustee Khan?
Aye.
Resolution 25-64 passes 6-0, Your Honor.
Okay, thank you.
I also have a Maine Township update. As the village liaison for Maine Township, I recently met with the recently elected Supervisor Kimberly Jones regarding the services that Maine Township provides to the residents of Morton Grove who live in Maine Township. All of our services are available online at maintown.com, but there's a few that are worthwhile highlighting. Their food pantry is open at Maine Township residents from 10 to 1 on Tuesdays and Fridays, and from 2:30 to 4:30 on Wednesdays at their main site at 1700 Ballard Road in Park Ridge. Illinois residents can also renew their their license plates and get passports at the Maine Township Center through the clerk. And if you're interested in any of the services, you can call Maine Township at 847-297-2510 or visit maintown.com. And that's the end of my report.
Thank you. Staff report, Chuck?
Yes, Your Honor. I have a few items tonight. The first is second reading of ordinance 25-24, which is an ordinance creating Title 4, Chapter 6, Section M of the Municipal Code entitled Tobacco in Alternative Nicotine Products and amending Title 6, Chapter 3, Section 11 entitled Prevention of Tobacco Use by Persons Under 21 Years of Age, Prohibition of Sale and Distribution of Tobacco Products. So this is the second reading. We had originally presented it on August 12th. There were a few modifications as staff got to the implementation stage for this item. We realized that a lot of these stores, in addition to tobacco, will also sell THC products and kratom, and so we wanted to reflect that. And so the ordinance includes definitions of THC and kratom products, but also includes that in terms of how we define stores and their actual, if they are a primary seller or if it's an ancillary use. So we think it will make it a lot easier for us to implement and operationalize. So with that, I'm presenting it for consideration by the village board for approval.
Can I get a motion?
I'll make the motion to approve ordinance 2524 as presented.
Second.
Motion made by trustee Mink, seconded by trustee Thill. Any questions or comments? Hearing none, please call the vote.
Trustee Sheba? Aye. Trustee Thill?
Aye.
Trustee Travis?
Aye.
Trustee White?
Aye.
Trustee Khan?
Aye.
Trustee Minks?
Aye.
Ordinance 25-24 passes 6-0, Your Honor.
The next item I'm presenting is Resolution 25-65, and this is in support of Ordinance 25-24 that we just approved. And what this would, in effect, would be a moratorium on the issuance of new tobacco licenses from the execution of this resolution until December 31st, 2025. This will just make sure, since the ordinance we just approved takes effect January 1st, that there would not be any new licenses that would come into play from today until the end of the year, just so there's a level playing field for everyone as we enter the new year. And with that, I'm happy to answer any questions.
I have a question. You said that no new licenses up until beginning of next year. Are there new licenses from that point on?
Any licenses would be reflective of the code at that time. So anyone who currently has a license would be grandfathered in and then assigned a license based on if they are an ancillary user or a primary user. But anyone, if someone were to come in tomorrow to try to apply for a license, we would not be able to process it until January 1st.
But my question to you was, after January 1st, are we going to issue more licenses?
it would be dependent on if there's licenses available. So primary licenses, that number is limited. So it's limited to 5, and then for ancillary use, we will be able to issue. So anything beyond those numbers would require board approval.
Okay, thank you very much.
Can I get a motion?
I'll make a motion to approve Resolution 25-65.
Second.
Motion made by trustee Travis, seconded by trustee Minks. Any questions or comments? Hearing none, please call the vote.
Trustee Phil.
Aye.
Trustee Travis.
Aye.
Trustee White.
Aye.
Trustee Khan.
Aye.
Trustee Minks.
Aye.
Trustee Sheba. Resolution 25-65 passes 6-0, Your Honor.
And one last item for the benefit of those watching at home and those in the audience. This weekend on Sunday, August 31st, the 11th International Tug of War Competition will be held at Prairie View Park at 6834 Dempster from 9 a.m. to 10 p.m. While this is not a village-sponsored event, it is a very popular event that brings people together from all over the world. The Chicago Social Club is organizing the event and have secured parking for the event at the ComEd right-of-way located on the 9,000 block of Waukegan, along with the village's own Metro parking lot at 8501 Lehigh. To mitigate the impact to neighbors, we will be establishing a resident-only parking in the area immediately around Prairie View Park, in the area bound by Dempster Street, Lehigh Avenue, Church Street, and Waukegan Avenue. If you are a resident in that area and have guests coming that day and are worried about parking, please feel free to stop by the Village Administrator's office located at 6101 Capulina this week to get guest passes for any visitors that you may have. And with that, that concludes my report.
Thank you. Corporation Counsel. Reports by trustees. Trustee Khan.
Thank you, Your Honor. I do not have any formal report, but I do have an announcement as a liaison for the Finance Department. The Finance Department has released the new village vehicle stickers, and now is the time for residents to renew their vehicle stickers. So please remember to purchase and place your sticker up in your window by September 1st to stay in compliance, after which time a $25 late fee will be added. And that's the end of my report. Thank you.
Thank you. Trustee Vinks.
Thank you, Your Honor. I have a resolution this evening. This is authorizing the purchase agreement with Braniff Communications, Inc. for an outdoor warning siren. A little bit of background. The Village of Morton Grove maintains and operates an outdoor warning siren system to provide early warning to the community during severe weather events. The siren sits in the Har Park and it has become inoperable and it is unrepairable. The village intends to continue operation and maintenance of this warning siren system. The village was awarded a Powering Safe Communities grant in the amount of $10,000, which will fund approximately 30% of the replacement costs. This resolution will authorize the replacement of the inoperable siren and provide continuity of operation for the warning system. The fiscal impact is $31,401, of which $10,000 is part of the grant money. I move that we approve Resolution 2567 as presented.
Second.
Motion made by trustee Minks, seconded by trustee White. Any questions or comments? Hearing none, please call the vote.
Trustee Travis.
Aye.
Trustee White.
Aye.
Trustee Khan.
Aye.
Trustee Minks.
Aye.
Trustee Sheba.
Aye.
Trustee Phil.
Aye.
Resolution 25-67 passes 6-0, Your Honor.
And I also wanted to make mention for everybody at home, really, and who's in the audience today, that our staff works really hard to implement our budgeted dollars. And this is just another example of the great teamwork in securing grant money to help supplement your tax dollars. I also was notified that we received an EMS skid unit that was ordered months ago. It will help aid in moving patients on bike paths and at special events. This was also funded through a grant that was awarded earlier this year. So I think it's important for everybody to know how hard our staff works to get these dollars and get the best equipment that we can to keep our residents safe. And that's the end of my report, Your Honor.
Great point. Thank you. Trustee Sheba.
Nothing official, Your Honor, just ENRC. The Sustainability Expo and Recycling Fest. Join us Saturday, September 13th, 2025, from 10 a.m. to 1 p.m. for the Sustainability Expo and Recycling Fest. This annual event will have fun for the whole family, including a welcome ceremony at 10 a.m., a tree walk starting at 10:15 a.m., music from 10:30 to 12:30 p.m., and a free raffle drawing at 12:45 p.m. Please visit the village's website to learn more about the event. That's the end of my report.
Thank you. Trustee Thill?
Yes, Your Honor, I have a couple of resolutions. I have Resolution 2568. It's authorizing a contract with D&Z Floor Systems LLC for the fire station floor coating project. I move we accept Resolution 2568.
Second.
Motion made by Trustee Thill, seconded by Trustee Minks. Any comments or questions? Hearing none, please call the vote.
Trustee White?
Aye.
Trustee Khan?
Aye.
Trustee Minks?
Aye.
Trustee Sheba?
Aye.
Trustee Thill?
Aye.
Trustee Travis?
Aye.
Resolution 25-68 passes 6-0, Your Honor.
I have Resolution 2569, which I am going to turn over to Chuck.
Thank you, Trustee Thill. I wanted to present this item and point out for those watching at home and to the village board's knowledge, we realized late this afternoon that there was a Scrivener's error in the title. It lists periodically in the document 2025 and 2026. It is a 2026 F-450. So we'd be requesting for Resolution 2569 that it be amended to say authorizing the purchase of a new 2026 F-450 XL 4x4 pickup from Sutton Ford, Inc. of Madison, Illinois. And this is something that was in the budget and is something that we desperately need. It's replacing a 17-year-old vehicle for the water department. And so with that, I would ask for, if the board is so inclined, to approve or to make a motion for approval of the amended resolution.
I'll make the motion to accept Resolution 2569.
Motion made by Trustee Thill, seconded by Trustee Sheba. Any questions or comments? Hearing none, let's call the vote.
I have a comment.
Oh.
My comment is that compliments to the mechanics to keep this vehicle running for 17 years. I wish he worked for me. That's all.
Trustee Khan?
Aye.
Trustee Minks?
Aye.
Trustee Sheba?
Aye.
Trustee Thill?
Aye.
Trustee Travis?
Aye.
Trustee White?
Aye.
The amended Resolution 2569 passes 6-0, Your Honor.
Thank you. Is that everything?
End of my report.
Okay, Trustee Travis?
Yes, Your Honor, thank you. I have Resolution 25-70, authorizing a contract with Peasler Police Supply for the purchase of duty handguns and related equipment. This is to authorize the village to purchase and equip officers with handguns and related equipment such as holsters, weapon-mounted lights, optics, and extra magazines as a part of their employment with the Morton Grove Police Department. In 2016, a resolution was passed authorizing the Morton Grove Police Department to purchase duty weapons to equip sworn officers. The duty weapons purchased pursuant to this resolution were Sig Sauer P320s. The weapons are now 8 years old and are reaching the end of useful life. The Chief of Police and Village Administrator recommend the village purchase new weapons to replace the Sig Sauer P320 with Glock 47s. The weapons are the same caliber as current sidearms, which will allow the village to continue using the same ammo. A request for bid was issued, and the village received 2 responsive bidders, with Keesler Police Supply in Jeffersonville, Indiana, being the lowest responsible bidder at a cost of $47,992, which will be taken from the seizure fund accounts. I ask that we accept Resolution 25-70 as presented.
Second.
Motion made by Trustee Travis, seconded by Trustee White. Any questions or comments? Hearing none, please call the vote.
Trustee Minks?
Aye.
Trustee Sheba?
Aye.
Trustee Thill?
Aye.
Trustee Travis?
Aye.
Trustee White?
Aye.
Trustee Khan?
Aye.
Resolution 25-70 passes 6-0, Your Honor.
Okay, and then I would like to say I'm proud to serve as the new liaison to the Niles to Niles Township. As a social worker by profession, it makes perfect sense, given my background, to become more involved with the township and to help raise awareness of the valuable services, supports, resources, and programs it offers to Morton Grove residents. Moving forward, I'll be sharing important information during my reports, including details on available services and opportunities for community involvement. Tonight, I want to share a bit about the social services and food pantry provided to residents of Niles Township. A range of social services is offered to Morton Grove residents who reside in Niles Township during times of need. Financial assistance includes general assistance for those actively seeking work, awaiting for supplemental security income decision, or refugees without income, and emergency assistance for urgent needs like rent or utilities for households earning up to 300% of the federal poverty level. They also provide help with summer camp and daycare costs for working or student parents and caregivers who meet income guidelines. Applications can be completed online, by phone, in person, with documents submitted digitally or dropped off at the township office. Then the Niles Township Food Pantry is committed to ensuring that no one in our community goes hungry by providing essential food and resources to those experiencing hunger. The food pantry serves as a lifeline for more than 5,500 township residents each month. Following a grocery store model, our neighbors have access to shelf-stapled items, fresh produce, milk, eggs, toiletries, diapers, and feminine products. The pantry is proud to offer halal selections and to partner with organizations like the ARC to continuously provide culturally responsive options. Beyond food distribution, the pantry provides life skills and job training for individuals with intellectual disabilities, creating pathways to greater independence. By addressing immediate and long-term needs, they strengthen the fabric of our diverse community and promote dignity, stability, and opportunity for all. To find out more about Niles Township services, you can visit their website at nilestownshipgov.com or visit their office at 5255 Lincoln Avenue in Skokie. And then my last bit is the CRC's photo contest is wrapping up. You can submit up to 5 photos by September 1st, and you can do so on the village's website. That is the end of my report. Thank you.
Thank you. Trustee White?
Yes, I have one ordinance, 25-25, and I'm going to refer it to Chuck.
So thank you, Trustee White. For this item, which would have been approving a minor amendment to Ordinance 2318, granting a special use permit for a drive-through facility associated with financial institution with select waivers at 6210 Dempster Street, Morton Grove. This item is no longer needed because you have an extension for special use if they've not broke ground or started construction, but as of this morning, they actually started that process. So this is now moot, and so no action is needed in regards to this ordinance as the bank is moving forward with construction.
Thank you.
Okay, that's the end of my report.
All right, thank you. Trustee Khan, the warrants, please.
Yes, I'd like to present a warrant register for August 26, 2025, in the amount of $448,333.23, and I hereby make a motion to approve the warrant register as presented.
Motion made by Trustee Khan, seconded by Trustee Minks. Any questions or comments? Hearing none, please call the vote.
Trustee Sheba? Aye. Trustee Thill?
Aye.
Trustee Travis?
Aye.
Trustee White?
Aye.
Trustee Khan?
Aye.
Trustee Minks?
Aye.
The warrants pass as presented, 6-0, Your Honor.
Thank you. And just under other business, we have one quick announcement about Public Works starting their arterial street improvement program later this month with substantial completion by October 31st. It's from Beckwith Road to Shermer Road to Austin Avenue, Central Avenue from Dempster to Gulf, Grosse Point Road from Oakton to Main Street, and Shermer Road from Harlem to Gulf. This will impact residents along these roadways, and letters have been sent out for the upcoming construction projects, but we ask that you visit the village's website for more information. And residents' comments on anything? Anybody? Bill? No? Okay. Hearing none, can I get a motion to adjourn?
Motion to adjourn.
Motion made by Trustee Minks, seconded by Trustee Travis. All in favor?
Aye.
Meeting ends at 7:34.